can freely compare cold water to exercise because they have exactly same effect on your body. When you go and swim in cold water, you receive mild dose of stress, and that can be beneficial, like exercise. You also receive mild dose of stress, and later you become better at it. Hi guys, today I'll talk about cold showers. So recently started doing cold bathing, cold showers, because season is coming. During the summer period, I wasn't able to do them because here where I live, water achieved around 30 degrees Celsius. So it's basically like a piece, and no point in doing cold bathing in that warm water. So because season is coming and water is now around 15 degrees Celsius, season can start, and I'm going once every week. It's enough for me. So I'll talk about benefits from doing cold showers and most importantly cold bathing. Swimming in cold water. When you go into cold water, you receive mild dose of stress into your body, and that can be beneficial, like exercise, as I said earlier in this video. And that dose is about 2 minutes in water that is 20 degrees Celsius or lower. So 1 to 2 minutes is ideal for you because that is when your thermoregulation system starts to work. After that, almost no point, no benefits. You just become warm and that's it. I will not go deeper in this stuff, but 1 to 2 minutes is ideal. Just when you start to feel like comfort in in water, if I can say comfort. Because when you go in cold water that is like 2, 3, 4 degrees Celsius, you don't have comfort there. You just go and be like that whole time, and after 1 minute or two, you begin to feel your fingers. But before that, no fingers. So in water that is above 10 degrees Celsius, after 1 to 2 minutes, you begin to feel like comfort in water. Some level of comfort. And after that, you begin to warm up. So, right before that heat strike in your body, it's ideal time to leave. And when you leave, you just do some exercise if water is too cold to keep blood flowing so you can go home if you are not. But if you have sauna next to cold water, it's ideal to do that. Like Wim Hof, he do exercises. You probably saw that, where he makes sure that his whole body is warm, every part of it. That is because if you don't make sure your whole body is warm and you go into cold water, so let's say you go into cold water, but your hands or feet are cold. So couple of times you can go well, but if you constantly do that, you can get rheuma. That is like pain in your joints, and that is why Wim Hof, whenever, as well as me, whenever he goes into cold water, he makes sure his whole body is warm. So I advise you to do the same. And after going After cold bathing, when you get out the cold water, just make sure you do the same process and then put clothes and go home, or if you have, go to sauna, and you will be good to go. No side effects if you do it in boundaries of reason. So I have to add, over time you can be more in water, but if you have a lake or a river where you live, and with season that river or lake will get colder and colder, and because of that you don't have to increase time in lake river because it will get colder. So again, I repeat, you have to make sure your whole body is warm before you go into, and don't go more than 2 minutes in the beginning if it's cold. When I started in 2020 going to cold water, in first session I was about 20 minutes in, and water was around 15 degrees, and, and like every session, every 7 days I would go and bath in cold water and be around 20 minutes in it. And when I come home after it, I will just shiver. Like, I will be like this whole time, and I will have to take blankets and all the stuff so I can make myself warm. So I'm telling this to you: don't make same mistake. When you go in cold water, it's enough to receive all benefits, and you don't have to be more than 2 minutes. You can know when you are good because you will just randomly start laughing, feeling good. Trust me, you will know when you come to that. So let's talk about some benefits, and I will read them from my computer. It's best to be like that. Second benefit would be that when you get into cold water, your blood vessels begin to shrink, and because of that, you have like some kind of exercise on your vascular system. When you instantly go into cold water, they begin to shrink, and because of that you get like cardiovascular workout when you go into cold water, same as with hot water, but that's topic for another video. So third benefit would be anything that is in your blood vessels that creates some kind of blockage is removed, because when your blood vessels shrink, they have more pressure. So when they have more pressure in them, they get cleaner. When you have stuck sink, you create pressure up, and something like that happens in your body when you get into cold water. More pressure happens in your blood vessels, and they become clear, and that is why it's good to go into cold water. You have like exercise for your blood vessels and they become cleaner, so you have more life to live by doing cold water treatment. I best word for now. So fourth would be because of its effects on heart. When you go to cold water, your heart becomes to work differently. It becomes more efficient, I should say, because it has to do. That's why when you go into cold water, your heart becomes to work better. You don't have heart arrhythmia, and your heart becomes to work better. Your contractions are better, more efficient. It's like your whole body resets when you go into cold water for a short period of time. But when you compound that effect over time, you will have better heart, better blood vessels. Whole vasculatory system would be better by just going to cold water. So fifth benefit would be on blood. When you expose yourself to cold treatment enough for you to have mild stress reaction in your body, you have more leukocytes in your blood. So that means you become more immune to stuff. So sixth benefit would be that when you do cold treatment, your breathing pattern becomes better. You have more lung capacity when you do cold bathing, cold treatment, and that leads to more carbon dioxide being taken out of your body. Basically means that your lungs work better, more efficient. So seventh benefit would be that you kind of get more muscle mass, because when you get like effect on your body that you relieve yourself from stress. So when you get yourself out in the cold water, you have more energy after it, because your body restores energy after it. When you go into cold water, you'll be 2 minutes, and after that you like, what happened? You are full of energy, you are more aware, you have better mood, more testosterone, everything elevated. Eighth benefit would be because of its effect on nervous system. So when you expose yourself to cold water, your nervous system gets like shock, and I can say it's reset itself. So that is what I said earlier. You become more aware, you become more relaxed because of it. So pretty much that's it. There are more benefits, but they are not that important. These eight are most important ones. So you feel better, you have more testosterone, you have more feel good hormones, I will call them that. You have more growth hormone, you feel better, more rest, you're ready to do everything after cold bathing. Of course, if you didn't do it too much. So that is why I said plenty of times 1 to 2 minutes is more than enough for you to be in cold water. After that, no benefits, and you just don't feel, you start to lose benefits from doing cold showers or cold bathing. So just don't do it too much. And I forgot to say that when you do cold bathing, make sure that you don't be too much in water, because your balls can get damaged. But if you do everything in boundaries of reason, you will have great experience with doing cold showers. So that's it. If you have any questions, please leave them below. I'm trying to improve my channel, and I'm starting to feel progress now. At least my English accent is better now. I can pronounce better. Thank you for watching, guys. See you in next one. Stay strong and think with your head.